I'm very curious to see where this day is going to take us. We've opened up with some red around the crypto market. Some assets are not looking great right now. SHIB, however, is opened on a bit of a green note. Now, this could obviously change as the day progresses. We're only up 0.72% at the time of filming this video, but we did breach something that we have not breached since all the way back in March, which I think is a very important sign. There's actually a post that I saw that I want to talk about with you guys. I think that this is something that maybe people need to hear. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So the big question today is whether we're going to see a deal approved to conclude the government shutdown. There is supposed to be voting that's going on today. We'll see if this ends up being the case, but that could obviously send the market into a bit of a stir. And it's a question of obviously which direction do we head. This day has actually been a slightly elevated day so far, or slightly elevated 24 hours, about $190 billion in trading volume across the crypto market. Shiba Inu back up to the 23rd spot right now, flipping die, $166 million in trading volume there. So that's kind of a comfortable range. But what we're again continuing to see for Shiba Inu is it actually defend these levels. This, like we talked about, is that quote unquote buy zone for SHIB. It's where there's a thicker level of liquidity, and it's just frankly harder to move price down. And you're seeing conviction remain high. You're seeing, again, SHIB outperform a few other assets here. Actually, just looking back at this chart this morning, I think is very telling. SHIB versus ETH. It is actually starting to separate from Ethereum here. And actually what's interesting is we broke this 50-day moving average on today's daily candle for the first time since all the way back here in March. This is actually where we started to confirm this uptrend in SHIB versus Ethereum. I'm not saying that this is going to happen again. I think we do need to break this 100-day. That's going to be our obviously next range to pay attention to. That is what 7.8% move versus Ethereum. But frankly, it is possible. Again, we continue to see similar fundamentals. Holders are rising. Exchange supply is dropping. We're seeing the exact accumulation and defense that we need to see. And maybe ETH is just kind of getting some drop out of its way. I mean, right now, ETH is actually sitting on a zone where you would expect some sort of bounce, but we could be potentially talking ETH going down to 2750, 2800 or so if this doesn't hold. And then I'm very curious to see what SHIB does. If SHIB continues to hold through that I think is a very promising sign here. Now, there are a lot of concerns about this BTC at 100K level. All right. And I talk more actually about BTC and its 50-week moving average in my ADA video coming later. So definitely check that out if you guys have not. But BTC is actually sitting right at the bottom of this channel that we've been watching very closely. Now, we have had wicks below here. We had some wicks below here back in late August, early September as well. And we obviously know that bounce led us to some pretty exciting rallies. And we're just kind of getting the rest of the fits of the market done. It's super annoying. I'm ready to just see more green. I'm sure you guys are as well. And I bet you we're probably getting a few liquidations here. I don't know why I said that really weird. Some liquidations here, a little bit, $39 million over the last hour, $140 million over the last 4 hours, but specifically $704 million over the last 24 hours. So still some leverage that's getting kind of wiped out here, but we're still waiting for the US money to take over the trend for the day. Now, I saw this post that I thought was very interesting for people to hear. This is from Wilberforce I can't say his last name. Anyways, Wilberforce T. And what he said is, I've been thinking about the guy who held Shiba Inu during the big dip in November of 2020. His $1,000 investment dropped to just $2, but he didn't sell. Have you ever experienced something like that? When the bull run came, everyone called him lucky, including me. I also called him lucky, but that wasn't luck. That was conviction. What did he know? What did he see? Now, let me ask you, what do you believe in? Because what you truly believe in makes all the difference. There are voices everywhere. There's noise all around, but what do you believe in? Ignore the noise and hollow your conviction. Obviously, this isn't me telling you what to do. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm sure there are some people that sold, shipped, and moved on a while ago. I'm sure some people are questioning their conviction, and that's fine. Remember, investing is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. Sitting through dips of 70+% is not the easiest thing in the world. But we have had plenty of times before that have led us to some exciting rallies. And just to kind of show you guys what they went through, drops down to almost nothing, but rallies to some exciting highs. And just zooming out on Shiba Inu alone, we got to really zoom out for this. what are we seeing in this chart? We're seeing higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Yes, it's long. This is a very, very long period of time. This is 1,572 days. It's a long period of time. I get it. But here's the thing is we're very clearly right now dealing with, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. We're very clearly dealing right now with negative mindsets in the market, with bear market sentiment, and a lot of people's attitudes are just really bad right now. And what I will say is that those are typically signs of bottoms and not typically signs of tops or further downside. I'm not saying we can't go lower, because obviously you always can. You can have people lose conviction and capitulate and dump their bags, but we're not seeing that. We continue to see conviction. And just to show you guys something else here, just an example of what can happen. Me personally, first time I bought ICP, I think was back here around $12 or so. I think I bought some down here in like the $7 range too. But from that time, ICP was down 78%. And over the course of just several days here, it's rallied, even right now amidst the little pullback we're seeing, 163%. This can happen a lot faster than people realize. It's about capital rotation in the market. It's about having proper timing, right? Right now we're seeing a lot of these AI coins. NTX just ran 38%. Holy smokes. Sometimes it's about waiting for that rotation to hit for us to actually send, to see some FOMO, to see people chasing price. Not the first time we've had this for Shiba Inu, guys. There's plenty of spikes along the way that we have seen. There'll probably be many more. So that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.